welcome back to another episode of the BPM podcast. I'm your host, Carlos. Thank you for listening. I appreciate the few listeners. It is pretty crazy to talk about I'm not saying I'm talking nonsense, but it's pretty crazy to talk about things with yourself. But it's not that. It's like I'm recording it for people to listen. It's not like I'm talking to myself, but it is. So who knows? Do you know? I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Like, do you even know what day it is today? I think today is Cinco de Drinko, right? Cinco de Drinko. Oh my God, let's get so shit-faced. Yas. Right? Is a national holiday for Americans in a tiny town in Mexico. Right? Also, it represents, I believe, I think it represents for that town, it was the beginning of the battle against the French. I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. And you know the crazy thing is that today, fucking that French douchebag, what's his name? Napoleon? He died today. Not like today, on this date. I don't know when he died, long time ago. But he died on Cinco de Mayo. Ain't that the irony of things? They're like, alright, you gonna attack us? Well, guess what? I've been telling you guys, I'm not a fighter. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna beat you up next time I see you on deck. No, like I want you to shit your pants in public. Like that's the type of revenge I want. Just shit. Like I'm not gonna fight you, but if you shit your pants at a bank, like that is so more joyful than seeing you getting knocked out. And Mexico was like, you gonna do us like that, homie? Your homie gonna die on this day. And he died. I don't know if that's how it happened, but it is very crazy, right? You know what? Let me make sure I think I'm right. But let's go with I'm right. Yeah, I'm right about that one. I think he died Cinco de Mayo, and then Cinco de Drinko is where margaritas with no salt, because we're trying to keep our figures slim, right? You couldn't find tortillas at the store. Like I went to the store, no tortillas. What? No tortillas? Everybody's Cinco de Drinko with tacos? What? Tacos are the best. What are you talking about? If you hate tacos, you should not be alive. Tacos are the next best. They're just amazing. Salty, crunchy, hot, spicy, tart, fresh, fatty. All of it. You can have it. You can have them lean. You can have them fatty. You can have them deep fried. You can have them grilled. You can have them however you want. Confit. Oh, use that word like I know ho. Just tacos are the best. But Cinco de Drinko, it's kind of annoying for me. But I guess this is how white people feel when we celebrate Easter, right? Or no, not Easter. Duh. Fucking, we all believe in Jesus. Well, some of y'all don't. Some of y'all do. I don't care. It's like when we celebrate Thanksgiving. You're like, well, what are you giving thanks for? You were not part of the colony, sir. You're like, oh, it's turkey stuffing, el stuffing, bien bueno ahí, and then the green beans, and then you go to Black Friday. Can you say Black Friday still? I don't know. What is it gonna be? But I guess that's how you guys feel when you guys see like a shit ton of Mexicans buying turkeys and deep frying them and burning apartments down, because it happens more than you think. People burn their apartments down with those fucking turkey fryers. Like, you eat everything else fried. Why can't you just have the fucking turkey baked? Be a normal human being for once and eat it baked. You don't need to fucking deep fry everything. You have deep fried chicken 6 times a month. Deep fry French fries. Like, can you just not eat something that's not fried one day? but I love me some fried chicken. So, you know, that fried chicken ain't got no skin. That's how, it's white people food. Because they ain't got no breading. Like, it's too much breading, just fry it without the skin, Billy. Like, you sure? This is not how the other people do it. Billy, that, just try it. Maybe it works. Put a little, put no salt and pepper, no paprika, no nothing. Just fry it, just like that. I think it's fine. It'll be tasty, I believe. And some fucking Billy Joe burned his apartment down last year trying to have some fried turkey. And I'm just saying, have it baked. It's already going to be shitty. Turkey is shitty as fuck. Like, oh, I love turkey breast. No, you don't. That shit is dry and dense. You'd rather tell me that that's so much better than a piece of steak? No, it ain't. So don't lie to yourself, okay? Just don't fry the turkey, put it in the oven, and that's that. And with that, Cinco de Drinko is over, right? Because I guess I was trying to make the analogy of how you guys feel when you guys see other races celebrate your holidays. But I don't give a fuck. You celebrate them. I don't care. I don't celebrate shit. I celebrate a few things, but not like holidays like that. I guess I'm the Grinch of the holidays. I do like one holiday. Summer break. That should be a holiday. Summer break. That should be a fucking... Let me say it again. Summer break. That should be a holiday for everybody. Where you go on vacation, to the beach, to the mountains, wherever you want to go, you should go. That should be the holiday for everybody. And I was like, oh, let's just, pray for so-and-so that we are happy and thankful that we get to fry shit in the oven once a year. But... And there's always that drunk dude at the family dinner, right? Always some dude just fucking twisted out of his mind. That's the guy I want to talk to. Not really. Drunks are kind of annoying sometimes. No, not sometimes. All the time. Especially if they're not funny. Those angry drunks? Fuck those dudes. I like the happy drunks. The ones that just giggle and make you giggle. Those are fun. Like the other angry dudes, I don't want to talk to those. The alcohol just makes them more loud. I don't drink. I rarely drink. I wouldn't say rarely. I have a few beers here and there, but it's not like my cup of tea. I like it, but not every day. Like, I don't have a problem not drinking. Right? But I enjoy a cold beer here and there. And maybe a stiff drink. Right? Here and there. And I know that it's part of so many people's daily life to be fucked up. Right? At least twice a month. I don't get fucked up and I have a hard time getting out of bed, dude. Imagine if I got fucked up every day or every other night like some people do. Fuck, no. Or maybe they just have more fun than I am. But is it fun to feel like shit? No, it's not. I think that's why I don't do it, because I don't like feeling like shit. And I'm a pussy, so I feel like shit real quick. Like, I'm a lightweight. But if we're going hard that day, we're going hard. I'll keep up. Maybe. No, I won't keep up. I'll make myself think that my ego will be like, yeah, you can keep up. And next thing you know, you're fucked up throwing up in the toilet because you overdid yourself. That's what happens. That's why I don't do it. I'm okay with that. I don't need drinking. Maybe one day I'll be like, I am a reserved type of guy that likes to have his bottle of Merlot every night and it doesn't get fucked up. No. Maybe one day that'll come, but right now, no thank you. And at one of these turkey parties, those fried turkey parties, I was talking to this Italian gentleman where he was late 60s. Nah, middle 60s. 65, 66. Something like that. And this guy was a little tipsy. Just a little bit. And he was telling us a story about how he has a side bitch that he fucks once a week when his wife is at work. Okay? And I was like, how? You're 60-some years old and you can't you can't go up the stairs without crying. He's like, listen, I am all natural. Like, I swear on my life and my wife and God, and that I can still get it up with no blue pills, he says. I'm like, what? Listen, to brag about having a side bitch at 60-some years old, if it's true, what a baller move, right? Like, I got a wife and a side bitch. What are you talking about? And I work a 9 to 5. And I take the dogs for a walk. And I fuck for 6 hours straight. I was like, what? Wait. I believe you the once a week, but 6 hours? There's not enough risotto or spaghetti with marinara that's gonna make you last 6 hours. You couldn't even sleep for 6 straight hours and you're not doing anything. You're just laying there. You couldn't do it for 6 hours straight. So don't tell me that you could perform this acts of sexiness, right? For 6 hours, natural, like a stud. Because we all know that you're lying. But whether he was lying or not, that's not the point. Right? The point is that he's got stories that he wants to tell. Maybe he does have a bitch that he fucks once a week, or twice a week, or 3 times a week, or maybe once a month. And to his eyes, once every other time, it's not enough. So he has to add value to that. The one time I fucked the shit out of her, 6 hours, she keeps coming back for more. Most of this more of this Italian sausage. Maybe he does that thing where he hypes up how long. Maybe listen, I love the guy, but that shit made me laugh so hard. Because when I told him he couldn't sleep for 6 hours, he's like, I don't think you believe me, so I'm going to stop saying the story. That's what he said. And I was like, what? Why you got to keep telling the story? If it's a true story, you shouldn't be talked down from it. You should be like, yeah, you weren't there. Like keep going with it. But I guess he didn't like the fact that I was making fun of him as he was telling the story. Not because I wanted to take over the stories, but because I was fact checking it. I'm running it by data that I collect throughout our conversations. Right? If you tell me like, hey Carlos, I can't sleep for more than 4 hours. There's a lot of things you cannot do for more than 4 hours. Like one of them is fucking. The other one would be eating. You cannot eat for more than 4 hours at once in one sitting. You'll die. Right? So I'm only fact checking his story to what he has told me in the previous conversations. Oh, and to point out one clear fact. I have been next to him in the urinals and he has a hard time peeing. There you go. I said it. I'd be taking a piss and he be talking to his fucking Italian sausage. Oh, come on, give me 3 drops, three drops. And I'm like, are you praying right now so you can have some piss? He's like, shut up, leave me alone. And he is trying to take a piss for like 5 minutes. Nothing comes out. Nothing. So that tells me, I'm not a doctor again, I'm a moron, that his prostate is a little too big. Just a little too big. And where does cum come from? Cum comes, cum is like, the prostate is like coffee station. It gets you go to the coffee station to get recharged. That's what sperm goes to get like electrified and get out the fucking penis. So again, I'm a moron. It has nothing to do with blood flow. He could fucking have a hard wood on for 6 hours, and maybe he is telling the truth. But the lies are not saying the truth is more entertaining. Right? So I'm just judging him by whatever condition he has. Which, again, he's 64 years old. He should just realize that he could age with dignity and not talk about his sex life to us, to a bunch of 30-year-olds. It's okay if you're reminiscing about a story back in the day and you're telling us, but like you trying to keep up with us, the younger generation, it is. Look, who do I think I am? Like I'm fucking, whatever it is. But that's what's so cool about that era, where they don't give a fuck. We're still men until we're dying, until we're dead. We're not here to cater to anybody. I'm going to tell you a story whether it's true or not. And you're going to believe me because it's the way it goes. But there's so many shit stories out on the streets that have no facts that are funny as fuck. Like that. For example, like he's like, I fuck a bitch 6 hours straight. No blue pills. Like he was rapping. And I was like, listen, all I gotta do is show you a urinal, you're gonna crumble. Nothing's gonna come out. But I love him. And if you take anything from this story, is that I love hearing this guy's stories. And I may come out as judgmental, but in reality, I'm just pointing out the facts or the obvious BS lines. Maybe I'm telling him he should make his story better or how he should do it. Like, hey, storytelling could be a powerful thing, and he is pretty funny because he doesn't shut up ever, right? So he doesn't ever get sad. That's another thing that I want to point out. I will be fucking on him about shit like that, and we hug it out, we love each other, and a new day brings another thing. We're not stuck in what I said yesterday or what he said yesterday, because he comes at me real hard. But I'm not going to make his point for you. Fuck that. I'm making my point, He could tell his side of the story when he fucking buys a mic and does all this. For now, I'm telling my story about his story. I guess I'm using him. Yes, I am. And I'm actually I'm a pretty nice person outside of the nonsense that I spew. I'm pretty nice because I see things. I'm not saying I am pretty nice. I try to be nice. Try to be nice to people. Whatever that is. Ignore them. Don't talk to them. Don't bother them. I'm being nice. Like, you hate people, I hate people, we all hate people. Like, no, I'm a people person, I'm a social butterfly and I like talking. Yes, I get that. But do you really care about problems of the other person's? No. So I do try to be very nice. That's by staying out of your way. And if you come in my way, you know what's coming. I'm revving at 3 miles an hour already, ready to say some shit. And if you come, you might get a little bit of it, and then I might ease back on it, and then you might get a little bit more, and that's just like part of the circle. I think is a. I don't know if it's a coping mechanism to where I'm nervous, or it's just how I interact with the world because of what have ever happened to me in the regards of like childhood, right? Whatever I didn't have, whatever I didn't, that I thought that I needed, whatever other kids had that I didn't. I mean, like maybe that's how I, in a sense, cope with laughter and joke and nonsense, because getting laughter out of people is like joyful. It's like, oh shit, I could do that. It's like, it's bizarre to get it out of like people that you wouldn't even know, right? And people that they know who you are, so you're gonna be funny with them at times, but not all the time. But like, I know this guy, this Italian gentleman, and he makes me laugh. I make him laugh, but it's because we have history, right? We are friends. We've known each other for a long time now, and it's all endearment. It's all good fun. It's not nothing bad, and it's how relationships should be amongst everybody, with your brother, your friends, your cousin, your neighbor. Like, it should be just about happiness. But it's not always about happiness, but it's always about remembering who you are before those terrible news you'd received, or before that breakup, or before remembering who you are through something tough is always going to be the outcome. It's always how you're going to come out up on top of things. How you're going to come out on top of the issues. Because sometimes those same issues could drag you down if you don't know who you are and what you care for and what really matters. Like, if you don't know what that is, and if you go into things blindly without finding out the real you, it could be a hard lesson to be learned, because like it'll take you to dark places where you have never been, and you don't know who you are, so you doubt yourself, you question yourself about a lot of things. So like, knowing who you are and what you really care about, and having that in mind as you go through things, because jokingly with people, it could be a perfect match, right? You joke with them, they joke back with you. But some people can take a joke, or maybe I take the joke too far, right? I have a couple things that I'd rather not talk about, but one of those jokes was about a breakup of a friend of mine and his relationship. And like, I joked with him about it, and he was like crying about it, and I'm like, oh shit, he's serious. I made him cry. I didn't make him cry. What made him cry, it was how up front the comment that I made was, and he said that I didn't care how he felt. But I was like, it's not about how you feel. It's about how you perceiving those feelings. You want to perceive them as being sad, and I'm going to cry, and then I want you to cry with me. And I didn't see that. Like, I was like, I'm not going to cry with you, dude. What the fuck? Like, no. Like, it almost made him feel like I didn't feel sad for him because of what I said. Here's what I said. Dude works all week. Has a living-in girlfriend that he has been having issues with, where she is undecisive about the relationship. And I think homeboy put hands on her. I'm not sure. But this is what I told him. This is what I saw out of that problem. He went to work one day and she knew that he was going to be at work all day, that he wasn't going to come out, and that she was going to have the house for herself the entire day. All right? Waits for that day to pack up and leave without saying anything. Just moves and leaves. I was like, one, that's a planned move. She planned this move because she didn't want to deal with whatever. Second, she's scared that she cannot live like that she cannot leave him like a grown up. Like, we're done. I'm taking my shit. I'm out. And I told them, either you're beating her or she's sleeping with somebody else already. I don't know what it is. But he found that very unsensitive. I don't know what he wanted me to tell. Like, if you come to me with that type of problem, and I say he beat her because you could see that homeboy was a little crazy. He would snap at people for no reason. Just psycho out. And then all of a sudden, he would go through like an I'm sorry face and say sorry a lot of times and cry. Like actual tears at work. Like we're his fucking parents. Or so, like, we have to deal with your tears. Like, maybe that's cold of me, but maybe it's not. Like, how many times do you need to say sorry for the shit you keep doing? Like, I'm not gonna, like, we get it. You're gonna still do it. But a lot of conflicting feelings about it because you tend to like people. You tend to form bonds, right? But if that person doesn't know who he is and is constantly showing different faces to different, right, throughout the day, different moods. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. Moods, faces. It's just like they go from like high to low. That's how I saw it. Like, from one day it's like everything's happy, everything's good, I'm doing good. The next day it's like dark and I don't feel good. My lungs, my this, like broken down, like my body's failing. I can't breathe. And there'll be days, 2 days later, like I'm feeling great. You know, I went for a run this morning and like so much shit going on to the point where you like just stop talking. Like, do me a favor, stop talking. Because if you don't stop talking, I'm going to stop talking. And at this point, when I stop talking, I stop talking. When I say there's no more talking out of me, that's what I try to be nice, but sometimes I can't. I just, instead of me arguing about how we should not talk about stuff, I'd rather just not talk at all. Because there's people you have conversations with about certain things, and those people are those people. And then there's other persons in your life that you have conversations about different things. You never touch other subjects with them except like an, a handful of things, right? And there's people where you're just fucking a wide open book. Anything goes. We talk about anything you want. And there's people that you don't want to even fucking a hi from them. And I feel like all those categories sometimes blend into don't fucking talk to me. But the people I do love talking to, I try to stay on top of talking to. You know, because I could just let go and pretty much not have any communication. I could do that, but it's not fun because it's not entertaining. That's the other thing. Like, if you have some shit going on and you're telling me, it's entertaining. I entertain myself with your pain or your struggle because it lets me know that, like, hey, maybe you're not doing so bad. Look at homie. He got a fucking crackhead pregnant, and the crackhead knows where he lives. Think about that. Imagine you go out to a trap house and want to try crack one time, and the crackhead's looking at you like, hey, I need a dub. Let me, suca la minca. Let me suck you off a little bit. And you get her pregnant. And now she knows she's following you home. Because she just tried crack with you. Now you guys are crackheads. With the baby, right? That's another story to tell. But that boy is in deep water right now. Deep water. He's deep in the addiction, deep in the pregnancy, and it's fucking sad. And I love talking, so I ain't never gonna stop. So, but those people that I reach out to, you know who you are. I talk to you because I endear our conversations. The rest of you, if you talk to me, I talk to you back. That's how it works. We talk. It works that way with everybody. There's people doesn't matter who reached out first. They keep on reaching out, and there's no in lines. And there's people that are petty as fuck that if you don't reply to them within 2 hours, they're upset. They don't talk to you all day. Those fucking kids, those grown childs can go bye-bye. Vámonos. Órale. Para afuera. So, with that in mind, remember to keep a positive attitude. Reach out to your loved ones. Tell them you love them. And happy fucking Cinco de Drinko. Get yourself a margarita. Get your booty licked on. Do what you gotta do to make you happy. That's what I'm leaving with. Do whatever makes you happy. Bye-bye, everybody.